These are the Sunday recommendations for my free email list for November the 13th, 2022. Just a quick note, if you like the painting Flaming June, you can see it for once in New York City instead of going to Puerto Rico. The Museo de Ponce in Puerto Rico was severely damaged in an earthquake in 2020. While repairs are underway, they've sent a few of their works out on loan. So, from October 2022 until February 2024, not next February, the February after, Flaming June will be on view at the Metropolitan Museum in New York City. This week's blog post is on the Museo Archeologico Nazionale in Naples, Italy. I've chosen my 5 favorite works, which include several gorgeous Greek sculptures and a sculpture by Donatello. Second recommendation, by Frank Wildhorn and Jack Murphy, I Know Those Eyes, from the musical version of The Count of Monte Cristo. Listening to the songs from The Count of Monte Cristo has inspired me to reread Dumas' novel, and I'll say more about that in a future recommendation. Third recommendation, Dankmar Adler and Louis Sullivan, The Auditorium Building in Chicago, constructed from 1886 to 1889. Designed by Adler and Sullivan, this building was part of the massive rebuilding of Chicago following the Great Fire of 1871. The auditorium building included an opera house and hotel and office accommodations. The 10-story structure, with a tower another 7 stories tall, was one of the last in Chicago to be constructed with load-bearing walls rather than a steel frame. Sullivan maintained an office in the auditorium building for 20 years. Some of its interior details might be the work of Frank Lloyd Wright, who started working as a draftsman at Adler and Sullivan in 1887. The building is now owned by Roosevelt University, which uses the vast barrel-vaulted hall that once held the hotel dining room as a reading room. That's down here at the lower right. I've given you a link to more images of the auditorium building, including Sullivan's unique carved capitals. The fourth recommendation this week is an answer to a question that somebody posed me about why a work that shows an angel could count as a work of art, because Ayn Rand says that art is a selective recreation of reality, and angels don't exist. DianeDuranteWriter.com has hundreds of posts on sculpture, painting, architecture, and my other obsessions. To join the free Sunday recommendations email list, visit the URL that's on the screen or email me. And you can say, "Well done, Diane," or support my work and receive rewards by means of the tip jar on DianeDuranteWriter.com. As always, thank you for listening.